Hello friends, so I like to spend my time learning. Hopefully, like many of you who came to watch this video, it's great to learn new things and gain some knowledge on all sorts of topics, which together help me better understand how the world works. And yet, despite this love of learning, and all this accumulated knowledge over the years, I've always found math to be, well, not that fun to study, mostly because I'm so bad at it. I know, that's so weird, right? A level of learning who's no good at math? I mean, etymologically at least, it doesn't make any sense. You see, math is all about acquiring knowledge, or quite literally, math is what you get when you acquire a lot of knowledge. It was originally considered a branch of science, and in many ways, I think it's an accurate way to describe it. The noun mathematics entered into modern English through, predictably, Middle English, and from there, Old French. And specifically the noun mathématique. Like most French words, mathématique comes from a Latin ancestor, and that in turn comes from the ancient Greek adjective mathématique. Now, mathématique was an adjective that was often used together with the feminine noun it modified, techne, as part of the phrase mathematica techne, that is, mathematical sciences. So, what were these mathematical sciences exactly? Well, quite literally, they're the sciences of matters that have been learned. The adjective matematik was a derivation of the noun mathema, or literally, knowledge that is acquired through learning, also known as a lesson. It comes from the verb manthano, plus the suffix ma, which is used to denote a result or effect of an action. So, manthano is the verb to learn, and mathema is what you get when learning happens. So yes, originally, mathematics referred to the science of learning, and not just learning number theory, or algebra, or calculus, or topics that we generally associate with mathematics nowadays, but just rather, well, learning in general. Now, in the 6th century BC, a Greek philosopher from Ionia, named Pythagoras, made all sorts of discoveries and advances in many different fields of knowledge, including mathematics, in the modern sense. He also developed a following of devoted scholars who took his ideas and developed them further over the next couple centuries, including one group who called themselves the matematikoi, or learners, or literally those who love learning, based on that same noun, mathema. And this group focused mostly on further developing Pythagoras' mathematical ideas, such as ones exploring arithmetic and geometry, as opposed to the other main group of Pythagorean scholars, the ακούσματικοί, or literally those who listen, who instead in the centuries after Pythagoras' death devoted themselves to studying the more philosophical and religious elements of his teachings. So anyway, because the matematikoi focused mostly on mathematical topics, that whole field of science gradually came to be associated with them, albeit it took a while for the connection to take hold, and at times the term was more frequently associated with other branches of science, including, for example, astronomy, as it was in the 15th to 18th centuries. In any case, the Greek word mathematik gradually spread to Latin, and from there to multiple European languages, including French, Spanish, German, Russian, and of course, English. Interestingly, a 16th century Flemish mathematician named Simon Steven took the literal meaning of mathematics, that is, the science of what is learned, and in a process called a calque, created a Flemish variant of the word wiskunde, a word which is still widely used today in modern Dutch. So there we go, it all adds up. Mathematics is all about learning and acquiring knowledge, or at least that's what it used to be about, before it became associated with all these numbers, theories, proofs, and equations that make it so difficult nowadays. So I guess I should clarify my statement from the beginning of the video. Do I like math? Well, in one sense, yes, I definitely do. But at the same time, no, I don't like it at all. Thanks for watching.